How's it going, everybody? GodBaer here. Once again, thank you for clicking into one of my videos. We are back on NCAA Football 25, our Washington State Cougars Dynasty with a 5-1 record going up against rank 12 Purdue. Clearly wanting to come out here with the victory. They are 3-2. They are going to fumble the ball. Oddly enough, the ball carrier wasn't even necessarily hit per se. He just had his arms out and kind of loose. Not a good grip on that ball as he coughed it up. We scored very, very quickly. So now Purdue is down despite them starting the game with the ball. So hopefully they can turn it over quite a bit more often for us. As good pass. Thought we had the inside with the DB. The receiver just does a good job about getting more inside, and the running back just bounces off, squeezes through a non-existent gap, and gets into the end zone. Our team finally out here on offense. Group who got our first touchdown, continuously doing his thing this season, off to a very good start. In season 1, he had, I think, maybe 500 receiving yards. He did have like 10 or 12 touchdowns, but his yards were a little lackluster. And halfway through the season to this point, he's already exceeded what he did all of last season in terms of those receiving yards, and his receiving touchdowns are still on par to what he did last year, with him most likely reaching double digits if he maintains his current pace that he is currently at. We are utilizing a little bit more of a tight end screen, as you guys just saw, looking to get him the ball more and more frequently, since he is a vertical threat, has, I believe, 83 or 84 speed at this point in time. So he's a good option to get the ball. Obviously, a big 6'2", 240, 250 pound tight end is always a good option. They are usually lined up against linebackers, and I know this is college football, so linebackers, as well as every other position, have a good chance of being very, very fast. But again, linebackers have a much better chance of being slower versus any other position on the defense, for the exception of defensive linemen, of course. We are purely speaking about options that cover receiving options. Linebackers, for the most part, will be the slowest option, and having a vertical threat tight end aids us in creating some big plays, which is why we're starting to utilize him in the tight end screen. As I thought I could have squeezed him over there. It's really hard to put that medium pass, a little bit of touch on it, not a lob, but just a tad bit of touch and not bullet. Have a little bit of difficulties as I just completely run into Mueller there with Mariani, and allow the running back to get about 10 to 15 extra yards on that one. We're going to blow him up. Rice is going to pick that ball up with one hand, and with his athleticism, scoops and scores it into the end zone to put us up 28-7, a 3-touchdown possession game. There's still a lot of time in this one. We have blown a 30-9 lead before, with only a singular quarter being the fourth left to go. So hopefully we don't do that. As phenomenal swat by Lewis there, number 7. Thought he put himself out of position, was going to just give up a touchdown right there. But he did a good job about scaring me, getting his hand out there, punching the ball down. And then Dolly out here with one of his rare opportunities to take over from Lewis as the special returner. And he takes it to the house just to make this game even more ugly. We have not even reached halftime yet, and we have 35 points on the day. Purdue is not out here playing like they're a ranked team, as we are once again out here with Dolly, who's unfortunately still a little tired from that previous touchdown. He drops the ball, and Purdue recovers it. Not what we want to have happen. We never want to turn over the ball. Our turnover ratio has been absolutely phenomenal throughout our entire dynasty, obviously this being season 2. We want to keep up that positive aspect as much and as often as possible. So any turnover is not what we want to see. Group out here just getting wide open. He gets lit up by number 20 there. Didn't really appreciate that, but we do come away with some sort of points. 38-10, starting the ball in the second half, just to put this game even further out of reach than what it already is. Julius Suggs out here trying to become our 3-down back, not just our priority runner, as Hernandez squeezing through, weaving through all the tacklers, getting himself into the end zone. This game is quite ugly now, 45-10, since Purdue was ranked 12, so arguably if they would have kept up their aim, they would have been playoff contention, and they're not really showcasing that rank that they have right now in terms of fitting as a group. Just continuously finds these open spaces, torches whoever is covering him. 83 out here. Mr. Group even putting defenders on their back in the blocking game. Dude is just doing it all in this one, and it's absurd. I'm liking it. Any player that can just dominate, I will greatly, praise them and get them the ball that much more frequently. As 52-10, no shot in hell we are losing this game at this point. If I were to blow a 42-point lead, as we're trying to just give up easy touchdowns at this point in time, I would legitimately cry. As number 32, with their only touchdown of the day, is trying to get into the end zone again, breaking tackles, throwing defenders off of him, getting them down to the 3-yard line, and then corner route by the tight end does get into the end zone. So now it is our time to come out here and kill as much clock as possible. Halfback direct snap to Julius Suggs. Another play that I love going to in particular situations. And Santana is just completely dominating. Like this offensive showcase that we have right now, Purdue has no chance of even slowing us down, let alone stopping us. It's 59-17 right now. We still have a full quarter as Mariani, doing what he does every episode, gets his hands on a ball and takes it into the end zone. He's going to dance on him a little bit. 66-17. Backups should be coming in relatively soon at this point, as number 32 will continue their drive, which is fine. It's 1st and 10. Number 13, a very, very Mike Thomas looking tight end or wide receiver. A little bit of it is because Purdue kind of looks like the Saints with the gold and black, but having the 13 aids in that similarities of looking like Michael Thomas. But they're going to score on the wide receiver pop pass. Dives into the end zone, even though there's nobody there in the middle to tackle you, my guy. No reason to dive like that. And our backups are in. You see number 31, Shelley here. I don't think you guys have actually even seen him yet, other than just browsing through red shirts and depth chart. He's a decent running back. Obviously, he doesn't get much playing time with Julius Suggs and Richards ahead of him. Shelley doesn't get much opportunity to show what he's capable of. But again, backups are in because it's a 66-24 ball game. Suggs is out here trying to, add to his stats and get another touchdown. We kick a field goal just at the end of the game to get that 69-24 game. Just to mention again, we're some collegiate bullies out here. If we have an opportunity to score some pity points, we'll do that. We're a little petty out here in terms of scoring points and making games look like they're even further or not as close as they might have been at some point. We will do so. 2 receivers with 100 yards, a group with 154, 9 catches and a touchdown. Mariani 12 tackles, no sacks for the entire team, and only a singular interception, where Steve Mariani gets National Defensive Player of the Week. We are ranked 3rd in the country, going up against Penn State, ranked 14. One of the first difficult games of our season. We played USC, who have a good roster. They beat us 45-24, so relatively easily. The game was 24-24 for a while, but they scored 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. So they pulled an us and just completely dominated that fourth quarter, which was a little gut wrenching. One of those Heisman games in terms of difficulty that I just felt like, at one point I couldn't do anything to stop them, regardless of what I actually did. We're moving on past that point, though, because the game is in the past. We are going to block the field goal, and not just block the field goal, break multiple tackles as Irwin, one of our outside linebackers, will scoop and score this, give us our first 2 points of the game. And I'm happy with it, because now we have an opportunity to go down this field, score a touchdown, and have the lead. Because 1, they missed out on their extra point, and 2, we have an opportunity to put up 7, which makes it a full field goal game from that one play or stop of the field goal by itself. Lawrence doing what he can to get the first down, failing to do so. Julius Suggs, who we have tremendous trust in, will get us that first down. One of the reasons I love one cut backs is Hernandez on the outside into the end zone. But Julius Suggs, as well as Richards, 230 and 229 respectively. Fast, 93 speed for Suggs, 91 speed for Richards. They have the power, and their acceleration is good, is just a complete dot. I'm not happy with Penn State and taking the top off our defense, but those power guys with speed that can just be handed the ball, accelerated up the field, most likely break the tackle because their size. Oh my God. I thought that was going to be a touchdown pass, and it's overthrown. And so instead of coming away with any sort of points, we punt the ball away to Penn State, who already have a 4-point lead. Not liking our position right now. 32 will barely get the first down to continue their drive, and Mariani didn't like it much either as he steals the ball, puts our offense back out there on the field. RPO to Hernandez because he's been playing well. Our whole team has been playing well despite us being behind in this ball game. Great throw by Cordero there, running away from a defender, throwing across his body, putting it to where the receiver can get it and not where the defender was. That was about 5 yards away from him. And we're doing very, very well. Cordero with the 85 speed, trying to swerve to get into the end zone, failing to do so. 2-yard line, QB draw, where Cordero capitalizes on the drive, gives us back that field goal lead, 16-13. Second quarter has arose as 19 slant while we're playing man coverage. Destroys Edmond there, number 13. And our lead goes bye-bye. Back down by 4. Group fails to catch that one. But again, we kind of pinched him in between 2 defenders. Luckily, he didn't take a hit there attempting to catch the ball. And we're doing what we can. Group here from a inside slot position drag or slant runs all the way across the field. Thank God we get rid of that ball because it allows us to attempt to kick a field goal here because that sack would have put us out of position to do so. We hit the upright. It bounces in 20-19. And this game is way too close for my liking, which is why Mariani is going to get his second interception of this ball game. Put us in field goal range to start the drive. Another overthrow. I know we're trying to target group a lot here, but a couple of these to him are not quite on target as we're going to get completely blown up on 3rd and 1. So we're going to be safe, take the field goal, take the lead. And it's going to be 22-20. Desperately wanting to come out here and stop them before the second half ends because I believe they start the second half with ball. So if they put up points of any kind, even if it's a field goal, because that'll be a 1-point lead, we do not want them to come out in the second half and put up any more points to extend the lead. And penalties are going to come in. It's going to be illegal contact by Jackson East, which was my user. And if you guys go look back at that play, that, in my opinion, was not illegal contact. I'm running left to go chase a route that I'm seeing as they score a touchdown. And then the offensive lineman or tight end runs after me and then blocks me. Legit puts his hands on me, not me running into him. They legit chase after me and then block me as they're throwing the ball to that wide receiver. So ref, I don't know what kind of contract Penn State has you on, but you need to stop trying to give them this ball game, as I guess we start off with the ball in the second half. I thought it was going to be Penn State, which thank God, saves us the opportunity of allowing them to go up by more than a singular possession. Richards out here finding a hole, punching through it, getting us further down and closer to this red zone. Hernandez doing everything he can to go out with a bang, since this is his senior year. He won't be high enough overall to declare for the draft, which is unfortunate. Cordero showing off them wheels once again, tried to slide. He gets tackled by about 3 defenders, holds onto the ball. Penalty where Suggs will not get into the end zone because I could kind of haul us for the holding penalty. Unable to do much of anything on 3rd and goal at the 13-yard line. So we'll kick the field goal to get us a tad bit closer in this ball game, where if we now can get this ball back and kick a field goal, we have the 1-point lead. We are down by 2, 25-27. Penn State is going to continuously hit us with these RPOs, and number 19 here, pretty sure this man has the takeoff ability, because there's no way in hell he just annihilated our DB, especially with that much of a gap. I don't think that was pressed, but even if it was pressed, the wide receiver walked past the DB. There was no press. He just literally took off, and it was, like I said, ridiculous. Receivers that have even moderate low 90 speeds but have that takeoff ability, the distance that they can create from the DB early on, especially if they're down and actually pressing or just in position as if they were going to press, is it's ridiculous. That you guys saw, he had like a 10-yard gap and walked into the end zone easily, as Mariotti, his 3rd interception of this game. You guys are going to see that we're going to take out Cordero. He's a little beat up. He's been hit a lot. He's been running the ball a good bit, and his accuracies are arguably up to -10 in attributes, which instead of playing as an 80 overall, he's most likely about a 70 overall with all them negative attribute options that he has there. So we are going to put Laporta in, as we do get a touchdown. We do take this lead 35-34. 4th quarter is here. We're needing the defense to step up. They are going to continuously hit us with these short passes, and these cover 2, cover 3s we're playing light blues underneath are not playing underneath. 4th and 1. They will kick this field goal, and they will miss it. Barely miss it. And I'm going to go ahead, walk to the sideline, pat the kicker on the back for that one, thank him for his duties, and tell him better luck next time, because we're going to do absolutely everything we can about destroying the last 2 minutes in this ball game. Julius Suggs aiding in that regards, failing to get this first down, where we will go for it, because that extra field goal is not going to aid us as much as the chance of getting the first down, which we got. And again, collegiate bullies kicking a field goal to make the game look like it was, a little bit more out of reach than how close this ball game was. A 35-34 victory makes it look very, very close, which the ball game was. But a 38-4 is like, okay, they still had to score a whole touchdown to come back, not a 1-point game. But a win is a win. We will take it. As this episode will be coming to a conclusion, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. Let me know what you thought down in the comments section. We do have a 4-star running back commit to the squad in Lewis, which you guys are about to see. But until next time, everybody, GodBaer out.